Hey there, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely pumped you're tuning in. Let's just pretend for a second that we're standing right out there on the driving range together. You've got your driver in your hands, the weather's perfect, but, well, there's this really frustrating problem. You're swinging, you're making what feels like dead center, perfectly solid contact, but the ball, it's just not flying anywhere near as far as it should. As your coach for this session, I'm going to show you the completely invisible flaw that's holding you back and exactly how we're going to fix it with a tiny 1-second setup change.
So tell me if this sounds familiar. You tee it up, you take this mighty rip at the ball, and you get that beautiful thwack right off the center of the club face. But then you look up, and the ball is just ballooning. It climbs way up into the sky and then just weakly drops right out of the air, way short of your target. Man, it's like your driver suddenly decided to act like a pitching wedge. It's incredibly frustrating, especially when you know you caught it flush, but you're just not getting any distance to reward that great strike.
Listen, that ballooning flight, it is literally robbing you of 20 or even more yards of completely effortless distance. I mean, think about that for a second. 20 plus yards. That's the difference between hitting a nice, easy short iron into the green for your second shot versus trying to stick a long iron. And the craziest part is that you're losing all this yardage without even realizing why, because this flaw happens completely invisibly, right at your setup.
Let's dive into Section 1, the hidden power leak, and exactly why your driver is acting like an iron.
Here's the deal. Most amateur players set up to their driver the exact same way they'd set up to a 7-iron, right? With a 7-iron, your head is perfectly level, your spine is straight up and down, and that posture basically forces your body to chop downward at the golf ball. But your driver is a completely different beast. To hit a driver well, you absolutely must hit up on the ball. Striking up is what gives you that beautiful high launch, low spin bomb that maximizes your carry. If you use an iron setup with your driver, well, you're pretty much doomed before the club even moves. Moving right along to Section 2, the top-down error and the very real danger of a vertical spine. So in golf mechanics, chopping down on the ball is called a negative angle of attack. And let me tell you, a negative angle of attack with the big stick is the ultimate distance killer. Why? Because striking down creates massive amounts of backspin. And backspin is exactly what causes that weak, floaty, ballooning flight where the ball just stalls out in the wind and drops out of the sky like a rock.
Which brings us to Section 3, the head tilt hack, a 1-second adjustment for instant distance.
We're going to walk through 3 really simple steps right now. Step 1, identifying the top-down error. Step 2, the actual head tilt adjustments. And Step 3, perfecting your launch angle. Okay, Step 1 is all about awareness. I want you to imagine taking your normal driver setup right now. Just get into your posture. Now, notice your line of sight. Where are your eyes actually looking? If your head is level, you're probably staring straight down at the very top of the golf ball. And here's the crazy thing. From that top-down perspective, your body has basically no choice but to instinctively swing steeply downward to hit it. You are visually cueing your brain to chop at the ball. Now for Step 2. This is the magic move. I want you to keep your feet and your hips exactly where they are. Don't move them an inch. Now, simply take your trail ear, so that's your right ear if you're a right-handed golfer, and just drop it down towards your trail shoulder a couple of inches. Just a little tilt. As you do this, your head naturally tilts slightly away from the target. Now, notice what happens to your vision. You shouldn't be looking at the top of the golf ball anymore. Your line of sight has totally shifted, and you should now be staring directly at the back inner quadrant of the ball. Section 4, perfecting the launch angle and unlocking that effortless distance. Pay really close attention to how your body feels in this new position. Because you simply tilted your head, your spine has actually automatically tilted away from the target too. You didn't have to think about awkwardly sliding your hips or contorting your back. The head tilt just presets the spine perfectly. And because your spine is now angled slightly backward, your club head is naturally going to travel upward through the impact zone. You've literally guaranteed an upward strike just by changing how you look at the golf ball. How amazing is that? Oh, and there is a huge bonus to this setup too. When you tilt your head back, you're naturally shifting your chin upward just a little bit, and that creates this massive pocket of empty space for your lead shoulder to turn into during your backswing. Without your chin blocking the way, your shoulder turn gets so much deeper, much freer, and infinitely more powerful. You're basically loading up free energy. Just look at the complete transformation we've achieved here. Before the tilt, you were stuck with a steep, downward chop that generated massive backspin and caused that ballooning flight. But after the tilt, With your spine angled and your eyes right on the back of the ball, you naturally deliver a powerful upward strike. That upward strike kills the backspin and launches the ball straight into the stratosphere for huge, effortless distance. 1 second. That is the only number I want you to remember. You absolutely do not need to spend hours overhauling your entire swing mechanics. Just stop setting up to your driver like it's a 7-iron. Master this simple 1-second head tilt hack, and you are going to instantly unlock those high-launching, low-spinning drives that just fly forever. It really is that fast. As your coach standing right beside you on the range today, I want to leave you with this final reminder. Give this head tilt hack a try the next time you are on the tee box. Changing your line of sight is the absolute secret to hitting up on the ball. The next time you play, right before you pull the club back, just drop that trail ear, stare at the back of the ball, and let it rip. You are going to be completely amazed by the ball flight. Thanks so much for joining me for today's explainer. Subscribe to our channel for more simple golf tips. For more information, visit our website, www.golflocality.com, for more golf instruction and swing fixes. So, the real question is, are you finally ready to stop leaving 20 yards out on the tee box and unlock the true power of your driver? Keep practicing that tilt, have a blast out there, and I'll see you next time.